Alright, the boat is full of petrol. Let me show you what being on the Broads is really all about. Helps if I remember my keys. Hi folks, thanks for tuning in. My name is Tom and this is my boat Lady Kathleen. I'm a first-time boat owner and so I'm on the Norfolk Broads experiencing life, learning how to do boating and vlogging it as I go along so that everyone can learn from my own mistakes or tell me what to do better. And so join me as we explore the Norfolk Broads, the towns and the villages, and learn a little bit about boat maintenance, boat upkeep and boat upgrades to make this a more livable floating office. So let's have a look at what's coming up over the next few weeks. Okay, before it gets dark, let me show you around the boat. So there isn't a great deal to it. It's a small boat. Like I said, it's a 1996 Bayliner. It's designed very much for like day cruising, short trips away. It's not a narrow boat. It suits me quite well because as a floating office, it's got this lovely upper deck, which means you get loads of sunlight. And when it's warm, it's really warm. You have to take the top off. But even on days like today, because it's like a greenhouse, it keeps the warmth in pretty well. So this is where you drive from. Unlike a narrow boat, it's not got a tiller, it's got a steering wheel, you've got a steering position, and then a pretty simple dashboard, some of which, because the boat is old, doesn't work, but a lot of it does. Not too dissimilar to a car, your usual gauges. It's got some electronics on for going out to sea. I'm not that crazy. I'm not that guy. I will not be going out to sea in this boat because it's old and lacking a redundant engine. Down here, a few simple switches for bilge pumps, navigation lights, deck lights. Woo! So you can illuminate the deck at night time. Windscreen wiper that's terrible, and 12-volt lighter socket. So that is basically it, apart from the big stick over here. The throttle is controlled from here. It's very simple. If you want to go forward, shove it forward. If you want to go back, shove it back. And that's basically it. Just don't do it too much in a marina because otherwise you'll knock other boats and then they'll get sad. So that is the steering position, and then the rest of upstairs is a nice living area, seats for myself or the kids or friends or whoever wants to come on board. And then all this roof comes off if I want it to, all the sides come off individually, the front can come off, the back can come off. They're the sort of panel based, so that makes life easier. And then over here is another seating area, so this is quite cool. Don't know if these are in the way. Nope. So I can move the seat back and people can sit on this side instead of that side. Underneath here, you have to excuse, this is my winter engine heating. As high-tech as it is, we'll do a vlog on that at some point. But it's there to keep the engine warm because I don't want to take the boat out of the water. And then underneath here, underneath this piece of board is the engine itself, which we will look at in a later vlog. And then out the back is a bathing platform. There is no chance I'm ever jumping into the water off the bathing platform. The kids might, if it was very hot, not me. But what I do have strapped to the front of this boat, which I'm very excited about, and I've been on a few times in the summer, if I unzip this, is my canoe. It's quite a large canoe because I wanted a canoe that I could put both myself and the kids on at the same time. It takes like 2.5 people, but it works pretty well, and you can take the kids out and go for a paddle. I'm assuming it's not too windy because coming back is really sad. Let me show you around outside. So I'm moored up in a marina, and this is where my boat lives. This is Somerleyton Marina. There is not a lot in Somerleyton, but it's ideal for going in various different directions on the boat. So that's why I'm here. The boat itself though, here you go. So you get a better view of the canoe. This thing here is a mud anchor, which allows you to moor up in the middle of a broad if you want to. You just chuck that overboard and hope that you don't drift. So pretty standard American motor cruiser fare. I've had the top replaced because this was old and had holes in, so we've got a brand new top on it. But there's various other bits and pieces that need fixing up, like the back there where it's been smashed and rubbed and all this rub rail stuff. So we will be going through this in vlogs in the future months when the boat comes out the water eventually, and I'll get around to doing various odd jobs and bits and pieces, tidy it up, you know, generally make it slightly nicer. So that was outside, and that was upstairs, and yeah, pretty simple boat life. There isn't much of a deck. You can obviously go and sit out the front. You can walk out the front and go and sit on the bow if you want, but this is basically it. So now I will show you downstairs. Okay, welcome downstairs. Just like upstairs, there isn't a great deal to it. It's not like a narrowboat, so there isn't a big long living area. But I'm in the main cabin. I'm basically stood in the kitchen, which is tiny. I'll show you that in a second. But if I just swing the camera around, you can see this is like the living room cum bedroom. So I can sit and work here. As you can see, I've got my laptop out. There's sockets at the end if you're plugged into Shoreline. There's also sockets just round here that also allow me to use 240 volts when I can get access to it. If I haven't got access to it, there's also 12-volt lighter sockets which power things like the Wi-Fi, charge laptops and stuff, assuming we've got enough batteries, and run the telly for the kids. So, you know, we do have the mod cons on board, although we would like to have some more battery power, but we'll figure that one out at some point. And then at night time, if the other bedroom is in use for the kids, this table comes out and slots in down below. You can just see the runners down there. Then the spare mattress comes in, and this turns in, and the end comes off, and this turns into a double bed, giving us 2 cabins, which when you have kids is a requirement for any type of like accommodation, is like having to sit quietly because your kids are going to sleep in the same room. There's nothing more irritating than that. I can tell you that for nothing. In here, this, believe it or not, is like the world's smallest bathroom. So we have a toilet, which I can just about fit into, and then the sink thing, head tap, comes off. That turns into a shower if you can fit in here. And then obviously you sink for brushing teeth and what have you. So, you know, if you do go out and get covered in gunk because you go canoeing or whatever, you can shower yourself off, although the hot water is currently broken on this boat. We will fix that in another vlog. And then, yes, and then this is the kitchenette. Again, when you're plugged into shore power, this is a 240 volt electric hob, so you can heat up your kettle. Of course, I'm not often plugged into shore power apart from when I'm in the marina. And so it also has burners underneath. But in reality, as you will see in a clip a bit later, I don't often cook on the boat or even heat water on the boat because it's nice to be outside, and this thing fills up the cabin with smoky petrol fumes. So I don't do it. Microwave, when you are plugged into shore power, convenient for heating water and stuff. And then cupboards for storing food, and then drawers for storing cutlery and things. And there is a fridge, which, guess what, is also broken. So we will also fix that in a later vlog. And now I will show you the other bedroom. Okay then, you have to excuse the mess and the fact that I'm down on my hands and knees in a tiny cabin, but it's to show you how small this place is. And so this is effectively the kids' bedroom, but of course if you didn't have kids you would just sleep in here because it's easier than taking down your front room, main cabin table. I don't know why I said front room, not in the house. Anyway, so if I swing the camera around, even though it's full of bedding, because that's where you dump this stuff when you're not asleep, there's like shelves at the end, there's like a storage area which has stuff in, access point. It's a double bed. There is a double bed in here. It's a full-on double bedroom. So there are 2 double beds on this boat, which works pretty nicely for 2 adults and 2 small children. So yeah, there we go. That was a tour of the boat. I hope you can all see that. That's the narrowboat with its Christmas lights on. Isn't it something else? I do quite like that. Let me switch my lights back on. Okay, so that was a tour of the boat. Now I'm going to show you the cruise video that I recorded today. Not because I plan to release it, I sort of plan to just record and test some stuff. But in the end, I think it explains why I wanted to be on the boat, why I bought the boat, and you know, it wraps it up quite nicely, and I don't think I would be able to explain it better. So I apologize that it's noisy and the audio isn't tip-top, but it's combined with some nice cruising videos from today. So I hope you like it. If you like the video and you want to see more of Boat on the Broads whilst we go out and explore the Norfolk Broads and everything it has to offer, please subscribe to the channel. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Tell me why. Tell me what I can do better. You know, comment below in the video. Let me know what you think. And I will be back in 2 weeks for my next vlog. Bye for now. So on this cruise, we're just going to head down to Somerleyton. It's just down past the marina, so it's not far. It just gives the boat a little bit of a run out, and you know, gets me out in the fresh air rather than sat in an office. So we're going to go down there, grab some lunch, have a little wander around, and then head back to the marina. Days like this, they're quite nice to get out on. There's not too much wind. The sun is sort of out. As long as it doesn't start snowing, we'll be okay. But you know, this is why I chose to get a boat. Gets you out in the fresh air, gets you out in the countryside, but it gives you something to learn, something to do. We'll touch on the mental health side of it in a future vlog. But you know, it's just gets you out and about while still being able to do some normal stuff and have a base out here rather than having to drive somewhere, park up, go for a walk, come back again. You know, it just gives you a different outlook. at this time of year especially, when there is like literally no one around, I won't see a boat all day. You know, it's perfect boating weather. I can come out, I can crash the boat a bit, I can learn a few things about, you know, mooring up without worrying about sinking someone else, just myself. You know, and spot some wildlife. Seen a couple of cormorants today, and a windmill, more windmills, as many windmills. We'll definitely do a vlog on windmills. But yeah, you know, it's a nice lifestyle to have. Buying a boat gives me freedom. It gives me a floating office, so I can still work outside under the canopy. You know, so I can get my vitamin D, and I can, you know, not have to sit in an office from 9 till 5. And that's a pretty good lifestyle to have. Nice days, I can chuck the canoe in the water. It could be worse. Could definitely be worse. Unless I sink someone.